Hey besties, and welcome back to another episodio with Yasmin Aguirre. I know that I feel like I haven't filmed a video in so long, even though I think that I just posted one last week, but I think it's about to be 2 weeks. Anyways, I feel like I haven't posted in a long time, and I'm back here with another video, even though I know what you guys are thinking. This is not like something that you see on my channel, but obviously we have entered October and Halloween looks are my absolute favorite. You will be seeing so many more, whether it's on my YouTube channel or on my Instagram page. And if you don't follow me, I will put it right here, creative_beauty24. If you don't already follow me, go ahead and do that. But this is what I came up with. So yes, I did have some reference pictures, so I kind of pulled a little bit from different pictures, but overall this is just kind of what I came up with. Yeah, you guys tell me what you guys think. Hopefully it's something easy to follow. I've never filmed myself or tried to explain how to do a Halloween makeup look, so I hope that my steps were decent, and if not, just kind of try to watch and keep up, because honestly I don't really know what to tell you other than I'm sorry, and I promise to improve in my future Halloween makeup looks. But yeah, if you want to recreate this look right here, you know, I just paired it with a little classy shirt, which obviously you can go crazy, but if you want to keep on watching, then you go ahead and you stick around. Alright guys, so like you saw in the intro, I did have like a little skin eye mask, and then everything else is just like, you know, skin, not skin, it's just like blood, and like everything else is bloody. This is gonna be the eye mask, so we're gonna go ahead and start off by outlining where that would be, just to make sure that I know where I'm gonna be applying the latex and all of that stuff. So now I'm doing this freehand. I don't know, can you see that? Now I've never filmed any of my like crazy looks that I usually have on my IG page, on my Instagram page. If you guys follow me there, then you guys see that I do a lot of creative, like colorful looks. I never do those on YouTube. Honestly, I feel like I haven't posted a lot of videos on YouTube, but that's simply because sometimes I feel like I don't know what to film. Like I'm like, do they want to see regular makeup tutorials? Do they want to see more of my creative looks? I really don't know. Like, you guys need to really let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see, because I feel like a lot of the times I don't film because of that reason, that I'm just like, ugh, I don't know. And when I do my creative looks, I just kind of do them and then I just post them on my IG page. So this is the first time that I'm doing this, so hopefully you guys bear with me, and I don't know, I'm just gonna try to walk and talk through it, and then I bet if you guys can follow along if you guys want to. But this is what we got. So right here I just got like, I outlined what would be the eye mask. So around here I'm gonna put the latex where we're gonna lift up the skin, and then everything else is gonna be, you know, bloody. I know I already said that, but I'm walking y'all through the steps. All right, so I think to start off, we're going to want to do the eye mask part. I think that's going to be the best option, just because I feel like if I do everything bloody, it's going to be hard to get the latex on here, and we want to make sure that that's covered as well. Try to use latex, and I know they had a latex for sensitive skin, so don't. All right, so I've honestly haven't really worked with latex too much. I tried the other day where I did a look that I didn't like, but anyways, we're gonna do latex, and we're gonna apply little strips of toilet paper around, because that's how we're gonna get our skin to lift up a little bit. Okay, that is exactly what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna go ahead and just rip these. So we're just ripping little strips right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some right here. And that's why I did that outline, you guys, so you guys kind of know where you are putting that. I do want to tell you that with this latex, it's kind of strong. So when you apply it, like, I have very, very sensitive eyes. Like when I say sensitive, I'm talking about you can like put anything that has like a strong smell, and then my eyes start burning and crying and doing the most. Like right now I can feel it. but it's okay. And look, I'm wearing a little orange shirt because, you know, it's Halloween and, you know, it's orange. And, you know, I never really wear these colors. I always wear black. Pero me puse una camisita anaranjada. So now we're going to take one of our little strips and we're just going to go ahead and apply it. Apply it as you would. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this little extra piece. Okay, so now when it comes to latex, I want to make sure that everything is kind of patted down. And if this is not the proper way to apply latex, don't come for me in the comments because this is my first time and I'm just kind of going with the flow. So if you do it differently, let me know. Let me know your tips and tricks. Don't get it in your hair. That's for sure. Don't get it in your hair because I heard that it will rip your hair off. So don't put it on your eyebrows either. Just a tip. But let's get it. So as you can see, this strip of toilet paper is a little bit thicker. This one is thinner. I believe that the thinner one is going to work a lot better. So try to make sure your strips are a little bit thinner than the ones that I'm applying. Just because it's going to give you, it's going to just be easier to work with. So now with this extra little toilet paper, I'm just going to go ahead and trim it a little bit. So it's a little, why do I say a little bit a lot? I'm going to go ahead and trim it just a tad so that it's more rounded on the edges because it's supposed to kind of be like a mask. I keep getting it on my hair. Voy a quedar pelona and shit. Tell you guys that I feel like I haven't been posting a lot of videos, even though I just posted one last week, but I feel like I haven't been filming too much. And it goes back to the same topic that I feel like I just don't know what to post. So like there's so many videos I want to post. I just don't want them to be boring, you know? Like there's so many like eye looks that I want to try, so many like different colorful and even simple looks that I want to do. But I don't know if you guys are going to be interested, and I don't know if it's something that you guys want to watch, as well as like hauls or anything like that. Are you guys interested in seeing those kind of videos? Because yo no sé lo que ustedes quieren ver. When it comes to like YouTubers, like real makeup gurus, I've heard a few of them say that, oh, it's because my most colorful creative looks don't get a lot of views. Usually it's mostly like the simple everyday wearable looks that get the most views. And it's like, I personally love to click on the videos that are like creative, and like especially James Charles is one of them, where he does a lot of like challenges, different looks. I like to click on those videos personally, but I don't know how other people feel about those kind of videos. So if you guys want to see more of my like colorful creative looks, then let me know in the comments, because there's so many that I want to try out, and I just want to know if you guys are interested in watching that. All right guys, so I'm back. After reviewing some of my reference pictures, I realized that with one layer it's totally fine, because we want to make sure that we're still able to put some foundation and it doesn't look too rough, because we're actually only going to be peeling off the edges, because that's what we want. That's where we want the illusion of the skin falling off or whatever. You'll see what I mean once I start doing it. But since I was waiting for this to kind of dry a little bit, I went ahead and did my eye, one of my eyes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and recreate this eye so you guys can see how I did it. For this part, you guys can actually do whatever you want, whatever eye look. I'm like, let me do something pretty decent but not very time consuming, because we want to focus on everything else. If anything, I should have just like not done this part on camera, but I just want you guys to get an idea. So here I did apply some concealer. And now for the palette, I am using the Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe eyeshadow palette. Looks like this. We're gonna go ahead and I'm simply taking Morphe M441. We are taking Tropico, which is this orangey shade right here. We are gonna go ahead and apply it on the crease. So when applying this orange, since we are going in the crease, you want to kind of make sure you bring it into the inner corner as well, because we want to shape it into kind of like a half circle. Now without adding any more product, we're simply going to buff out the edges. Going in with Morphe M514. It's just a smaller blending brush, and we're going into Cocoa Taxi, which is this yellow here. Just a little bit so we can diffuse those edges a little bit more, and that way they are not too harsh and too out there. We're gonna go ahead and take Morphe M433, and we're taking Guantanamera, which is this pinky right here. So it's not pink, it's more of a mauve burgundy color. We're gonna go ahead and just apply that on the lid. Going back in. And now we just want to blend it together with that orange. Something went on my brush and it's making it made my brush a little bit wet, and it's just like kind of effing me up. But we're gonna keep going and hope for the best. So the Dare to Create palette has this little pinky right here. Since it's lighter, way lighter than the color we're using now. Not lighter, that's not the word I'm looking for. It's actually more of a like fuchsia. We're gonna go ahead and just take a little bit and take that on top of that burgundy. Applying it on the lid. Now that we have, we're going back with the brush where we took our orange and simply buffing out.
Does anybody else always have their mouth open when they're doing their makeup? Or is that just my problem? Or does anybody else have that problem where, like, I honestly have the biggest nose in the world. Like, I have a huge nose. Like, it's huge. Let's put it out there. Like, I have a huge nose, but I can't breathe through my nose properly. Like, if I'm like this, I feel like I'm freaking suffocating, and I gotta open my mouth and breathe like that. So, little fun fact about me. Big ass nose, but I can't breathe.
Okay. So as you guys can see here, we are just making sure that there's like a gradient blend from that pink to that orange. There. Now I'm gonna quickly put on some mascara and pop on my lash, and then we're gonna go ahead and actually dig into the Halloween part of this video. So I'll be right back. All right guys, so I'm back. I popped on my lashes. I'm gonna go ahead and step into the actual Halloween-y part. Yes, I said Halloween-y part of the video. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take some tweezers, and we just want to go ahead and peel just the edge of that latex that we put down. I'm gonna go ahead and take my ColourPop in the shade Medium 100, and I think I'm running out, but we're gonna go ahead and use a liquid foundation, and we're gonna go ahead and apply it all over. Did y'all see that? Okay, so and then now I'm only gonna take my beauty blender and try to just kind of blend that in there. Okay, so now that we've kind of blended that out a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and take a little bit of the concealer. Word of the day, a little bit. I've been saying that so much, it's not even okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take some concealer and just apply it under my eyes like I normally would, to give myself a little bit of definition. okay. It doesn't look too bad. We just want to make sure we contour the nose area as well, just on this area right here, because we want to make sure that everything inside of the mask is what I would normally do. So now we're gonna go ahead and paint the rest of our face, which is my favorite part. So I love using these Wet n Wild paint pods. That's what I'm gonna call them. They're these Wet n Wild paint palettes. They are incredible. They have great pigmentation and they're very creamy, but I do want to say that only some of them are creamy. Well, some have, like, they definitely have a different formula, like each different one, because this red burgundy right here is so creamy, which I love, but then when you dig into this brown right here, not so much, you know, it's not as creamy as that red. Okay, so I am taking that burgundy first. But all we're gonna do here is we are going to paint all of our face, all of it, with this burgundy, and then later on we will go in and add any like dimension or texture or whatever it is that we want to add. But right now we want to make sure we get this red in here. So now here what we want to do is on those areas where we lifted the mask up, we want to make sure that we get some of that red under there. Okay. Right here I'm just lifting even more. Now that we have that red on there, we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of the brown that I was talking about and just apply it in some of the areas to give it some dimension, a little bit, just like a different color. We don't want it too red. And then I'm just taking a beauty blender, getting that in there. Alright guys, so I'm taking some of that brown like I was doing previously, but I am going to take it and try to apply it directly on the cheekbones right here. So I'm kind of taking it in almost like just following along where my cheekbone, the hollows of my cheeks are, so like that. So we are taking our beauty blender. Look at that. And then with the other side, so I was using this side, with this side, I'm just gonna go over that red again. Wait, I forgot to finish this side up here. It's fine, so let's keep it moving. So now I just want to make sure that this area right here is very kind of like, I just want to make sure that it's pulled so you can actually see. You see that? Like, you see these flaps? You see these flaps? Like, I need to get some paint in here. Look at that. And I actually want the edges to look a little bit bruised up. So kind of take the same brush that you're using and just kind of like, just take it over the edges of the skin. Because you obviously know the skin is not going to be clean if you're ripping it off your face without adding any more product. So we're not digging into the palette again, just with whatever is on the brush already. That is what we're gonna take to kind of give it that little dirty effect. You know, it's like, damn, my hands got bloody from here, so now they're like It's gross. This is just Ben Nye Fresh Scab Blood, like that. Let's go ahead and apply it. So here we go. It looks like this. We are gonna go ahead and take some. I don't have a spatula. If you have a spatula, good for you. The book. Just kidding. If you have a spatula, then great, honestly. If you don't, I'm just gonna use the bottom of my tweezers, and we want to go ahead and apply it right on the edges of I don't know if you guys want me to zoom you in a little bit more. Hopefully you can see exactly what I'm doing. But I am just taking some of the scab blood and I'm just taking it on the edge. After doing this bottom part, I think it's better that you don't put it directly, like, you know, like outlining the mask. You want to just kind of place it in random spots and make sure that some spots have more than others. So like right here I put a lot, and then right here I didn't put any, and then right here I'm putting like another big glob. And I'm just pulling that up again. Like with the tweezers itself, I'm kind of like scrunching up the skin so it looks a little bit more worn out. Do you see? Do you see what I mean? This skin over here, I want to make sure that you guys, this like leftover skin, because it's kind of a lot, and it's kind of white still from the tissue. I'm just gonna make sure that I add a little bit. I'm gonna make sure that I add extra like extra paint on there, and I'm even gonna tear it a little bit so it looks like it's been through it, you know? Do you see that? Okay, so I think we're done with the scab blood for now. No, is it? Yeah, dark blood. We're gonna go ahead and take some dark blood. So I am gonna take this little Ulta brush that came in something that I bought. This is something that I don't normally use, which is why I do advise that you take or you even buy paint brushes that you're not gonna use on your face on the regular basis, because you don't want to mess up your brushes. This one I really don't care for, so I just poured a little bit on my little plate here, and we're gonna kind of stipple it on the rest of this face. And then here I'm just doing the same. I'm sorry, it's because as I'm going along, I am just kind of noticing that some parts need more worn out. I actually also got some Ben Nye glycerin right here. So now this is supposed to work to make everything look wet and everything look kind of shiny. So we are going to be using that here just to kind of make our skin look very, you know, wet and bloody and gross. So with the same brush, taking some of the glycerin. Then this is the final look. This is how it turned out. Hopefully you guys can see that little scab blood. Hopefully it gave it a little bit more of dimension. I know I didn't have any of these products in my Halloween looks last year, which I'm really glad that I do have now. I wanted to start off with something simple for the first Halloween look because I've never done a YouTube video I've never done a Halloween look as a YouTube video. I've never done one trying to explain it, which I know was kind of hard. So yeah, this is it. Hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, because I know I feel like I haven't posted in a long time, and I thought I should come back with something very Halloweenish. I don't know. It looks really good from the monitor, but you can always add a little bit more. I wish I had some twine so I could have added some pieces so it looked like I was sewing it in, but you can definitely add your own touch on this look. You can add staples or safety pins, or even that twine that I was talking about. I think that would just make it look even a little cooler. Or you can even I don't know, you guys come up with your own things. If you try to recreate this look, tag me in some pictures, because I would really like to see what kind of twist you guys add to this, and even maybe what kind of eye look you do, because like I said, that's something that is totally up to you. Just make sure you kind of play around with the skin so it looks a little bit more worn out and a little bit more nasty. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, I know I said it already, but stay tuned for the next video. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, and stay tuned for my next video, which I don't think the next one is going to be Halloween. I think it's going to be a fall look, hopefully, because I need to get into regular looks as well. But I will be posting a lot more Halloween looks, so if you want to stay tuned and see something even cooler than this, make sure you stay tuned. Thank you for watching, besties.